It's my pleasure always. And at the minute, I'm out in Holland at the minute. I'm on loan. So originally I play for Norwich, and I'm on loan out at a team called Telstar. So we are in the second division of Dutch football. Yeah, it's good place. I'm living 20 minutes from Amsterdam, so not a bad location. And yeah, so I'm out in Holland at the minute, enjoying every minute. So yeah, long may it continue.
How did that move come about, Dan? Being at Norwich?
So, as everybody knows, of course, I was at Rochdale, and then I got the move to Norwich, and I spent a season there. I spent 1 year in the 23s, but you know that football's not real football in a way. So I think everybody involved with me, you know, the club, myself, my family, we all just had a mutual agreement that I needed to go and get some game time in a first team environment. And yeah, at the end of the day, this was the best option for me this year. And like I said, I'm enjoying it. They play real good football out here in Holland, and I think that's why really I'm here. You know, the style of play suits me a lot. So when it came round, yeah, it was a good opportunity, and I've taken it, and yeah, I've not regretted it one bit. It's been a good experience.
Oh, good stuff. So playing men's footy is obviously the big attraction, wasn't it, as they call it, men's footy. I know 23s, you're playing with men and some older players, but that would be an experience. We're going to talk kind of through your academy experience with us right away from the beginning, and then you got a good men's football experience towards the end at Rochdale as well, so we'll get to that. If you just start by talking to us right from the beginning, your foundation experience, what were your main memories from that time?
There's too many. I remember I joined the club when I was 8 years old, and yeah, I was in the soccer factory every week. What a place! And yeah, you know, there's loads of memories. I just remember enjoying my football so much, enjoying just everything about the club. I just loved going to training every other day. But yeah, the soccer factory, I think we trained there twice a week, and Hotwood Hall, I think we played our games. So yeah, brilliant memories, and for me, something that will stay with me for the rest of my life. You know, those years when I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it so much. I remember there'd be a day of the week as well where they'd take us out of school. I don't know if that's still a thing now.
No, it's not. 16s do a little bit, but yeah, I remember that time there was a bit of day of release, wasn't there?
Yeah, and that was so. I was loving that time anyway. Get me school. And yeah, I've got nothing but good memories. Got nothing but good things to say about my time when I was from 8, like the when I was very young, from 8 till about, I don't know, let's say 12. Yeah, I loved every minute of training.
So going into the YDP phase, that was your time where you started to play up a little bit, get experience of that.
Yeah, I think I first played up an age group when I can't really remember the exact age. I think I might have been about 10 or something, 11. And at the time, it was quite a big thing, you know, to play up just one age group was quite a big thing. And I struggled actually the first time. I struggled. I think I got up there for doing everything right that I could. You know, I dedicated myself at that age, you know, to improve every time I was on the pitch, and I did that in my own age group. And I went up an age group, and I don't know, I was young, and I think my performances just started to drop off a little bit, and then I got moved back down, and I remember being really disappointed. You can ask Brownie, you can ask Chris Brown, he'll tell you I was very disappointed actually. So yeah, I got put down to my normal age group, and then I think I spent a season there. I can't really remember the exact age, like I said, but that was probably one of the best things to happen, I think, during that time when I was that age, me being moved back down, because it was, I don't know if you'd call it a reality check, or, you know, it just gave me a little kick to to just kick on really at that age. And then, I just started to improve a lot when I got dropped back down. I got dropped back down into a very good team, so that helped me a lot. And so then I just started to kick on, started to improve. And then as the years went by, I think I started playing up again when I was 13, 14. And then, there's been a lot of memories. It was a good journey. I think I played up 2 age groups when I was 14. I was playing for the 16s as an under 14. So that was quite big, But I do believe that drop back down when I was playing up just 1 age group, that drop back down is what made me really, improve and make me the player who I was back then, back when I was younger.
That's good. Yeah, you talk about coming back down and finding it difficult at the beginning. That's something I think that a few players in here might have been through already, and certainly players will go through again in the future. It's a big thing with our club if we get a chance to play somebody up and they're ready for it. We feel they're physically ready for it and psychologically ready for it. That would be a chance. But I think coming back down is when you kind of get. I think you get to see the character. And my memories of you were your character was right. I'm gonna kick on now. I'm not gonna beat yourself up and just go back to what I was doing before. And it was good to hear you say that. That's good.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to, to everyone, even if you do get, because I took that quite, as a knock or a little down moment in my career, but you've just got to look at it as a positive, and just try and make the best out of every situation that you can. And I feel as if I did that to the best that I could, and it just spurred me on to improve massively. So you just got to not be disappointed when things don't really go your way.
Quality. So talk about coming to the end of the YDP. You said you played up 2 years from 14 to 16. At 16, the first team were having a little bit of a chat with you. What started then? Obviously, I'll let you talk about Tenerife a little bit. You were very young when you went there, so.
What, just the first team environment?
Yeah. How did it come about? What are your memories from that time?
Again, so many. We'd be here for hours if we spoke about all. I think I was 14 when I had my first session with the team, so I was doing all right at 14. And then 15, I think I went to Tenerife. Yeah, that was a big moment. I remember they asked me to go, and I was in shock a little bit. It was a big moment, but it was a great opportunity. They took me because I was good enough to go. It wasn't like I don't know, you win a prize so you can go. No, like you earn the spot there. There was youth boys who didn't get the chance, and I did. So I'm grateful for that. And Tenerife was a brilliant trip. I remember I had to have my own room because I wasn't old enough to share with anyone. No, but it's good. It was very character building. The lads were great. The managing staff were brilliant. And you just got to express yourself, go up, doesn't matter how old you are, because you get that opportunity, I think, because you're good enough to have the opportunity. So I just looked at it like that. I wasn't really nervous or anything. The lads made you very comfortable straight away. So I had quite a good relationship with the team, even at that age. So when I went to Tenerife, I was comfortable, and I think I performed quite well out there from what I remember. And then the opportunities just kept on coming. But it's all from hard work, I believe. I got there from working hard. Me and the younger lads, we were always the first one on the training pitch in Tenerife. And it was a great trip. And then obviously I went the year after as well. So that was a real good trip as well. Yeah, like I keep saying, but nothing but good memories of the first team and just the club in general.
It's good. I think the main bit that stuck out for me there was that you deserved it. You deserved to go. You're a top player in your age group and maybe the year above, and it's good that you felt that as well. You deserve that chance, and you spoke about hard work as well. And them things are always going to get you to hopefully get the lads that are watching tonight, get them to where they need to be. We've got a couple of things to go through. We've got your England debut goal. All the lads have been trying to replicate that. We'll move on to that towards the end. But yeah, England call up. Memories of that? Memories of your first time you went down to St George's?
Yeah, so St George's was the year after, but when I first got called up, so firstly, actually, I got standby. I think I got a few camps. I think it must have been 3 camps in a row or something. I got standby, and then in the end, I got the call up, and it was a moment that I'd been working very hard for. I think I had that in my sights from probably from 14, when I realised it was a reality, and that was something that I could achieve. That's what I really, really wanted to achieve, and I'm grateful and lucky enough to be able to say that I have achieved it. But memories of it, I was in college. So when you get a scholar, you have to go to the college that the club put you in. So I was in college, and I remember the gaffer at the time was calling me when I was in class, and he never called me. So I said to the teacher, I don't know what I've done, but can I go and take this phone call, because it's an important phone call. And then he let me, and then he just said, first of all, he asked me if I just got out of bed, because it was about 11 o'clock, I think. And then he said, "Have you heard?" And I was like, "No." But I knew there was a camp on the way, so I kind of had a little feeling. And then he said, "You've been called." And yeah, I was so happy, because I was working so hard for that moment, and it finally came. But without the people, without the staff at Rochdale, without the teammates, none of it would have been possible, for sure. But yeah, so then first camp was in Spain with the under-18s. We had like a little mini tournament. We played the Netherlands, where I am now, actually. We played Belgium, and I want to say Northern Ireland, might have been Republic. Yeah, Northern Ireland. It was Northern Ireland. And I scored against Holland. As the boys have been recreating some unbelievable clips, by the way. But yeah, I scored against Holland in the first game, and then we beat both. We beat both Ireland and Belgium, and we won the little mini tournament. So that was a great little trip.
We've got some more questions coming up. We've got some from the players themselves. Normally, when we do these Zooms, we've been doing psychology workshops. We've done all sorts through the lockdown period, and when it gets to this time for questions, it's been silent. So we thought we'd plan ahead and ask a few parents if the lads wouldn't mind asking. So yeah. First one is Teddy Lavelle. So hopefully he'll turn his mic on now and ask you a question.
What were the preparations you made for your Rochdale debut and your England debut?
Well, thank you for the question, Teddy. Preparations, I don't know. I don't really have many. I'm not very superstitious, or I just like to go out there and play. And that doesn't matter if I play for the under-14s, 15s, or it's the first team, or if it's England. It's just a football pitch. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter who you're playing for. It's just grass, and it's just a football. So preparations, there wasn't many. Look, I'm not going to sit here and say I wasn't nervous. Of course, I was a little bit nervous. I was more nervous for England, I'd say, than my first team debut. But preparations, I would just try to stay calm. I just tried to stay positive. You just got to keep reminding yourself that you're good enough to play. Just have that self-confidence. Again, like, I was there for a reason. I was there in the first team, making my debut for a reason. And I was away with England for a reason. So you just got to have that self-belief before the games, and just try and, I think a big thing for me, if anybody can take anything out of this, would be just try and think positively before the game. Just try and, I don't know. Sometimes I just try and imagine myself scoring from 40 yards, even though it'll never happen. Like, just try and pretend that that's going to happen tomorrow in the game or something. I think I do stuff like that. I just try and imagine good things, and I just always tell myself the little things. Don't forget the basic stuff, like the checking of your shoulder, the body position, just little things like that. I always keep my mind ticking over just before the game, because it's easy to forget little things like that. I think when you get older, especially. So you've got to always come back to the basics. So yeah, I think in answer to your question, I'd say think positively and also think about the basic stuff. Don't forget the basics.
That's good for us to hear as well. The basics, and we're always on about basic skills. Get your basic skills right. First pass, your first touch, and hopefully the rest will take care of itself. Next question is Reece Sims. So hopefully Reece will turn his mic on now and ask the next one.
How did you feel when you scored your first professional goal, and what's your favourite celebration?
Reece, thank you, mate. Thank you for the question. When I scored my first goal, I was in shock again. It was a brilliant moment. I remember it was Oldham, so that was a derby, Rochdale versus Oldham. I felt unbelievable. It was a great moment. Ran down, just ran through and ended up putting it in the net. So it was a great feeling. And my favourite goal celebration, I don't know. I don't really have one. I don't score a lot, so that's probably why. I don't know though. I keep it simple. Me don't do much. Maybe a little fist into the air or something like that. Very boring.
One of them.
Yeah, just a classic. Yeah.
Good one. The next one's Charlie Moore.
What player have you always had a tough time against, and do you change your own game to get the better of your opponents?
Thank you, Charlie, for another great question. A player I've had a tough time against. I'd say there's a few. I'd say one that stands out would probably be a lad called Tommy Doyle at Man City. He was somebody when I was younger, especially. I looked up to him in some ways because he was probably the main lad at my age. You know, everybody was talking about him, and whenever we played them, they beat us quite a lot. But it was always me versus him, and I'd always try and take things from his game, and I'd have a good battle with him. And he's a brilliant player. But no, I wouldn't say I adapt my game. I think you adapt. I think the team adapts their game to the opposition that they play against, whether that be tactics or whatnot. But against him, I don't. No, you just got to. I think the main thing is just self-confidence, and you know how good you are. So why change your game? Why change your game for somebody else? I think that gives them an advantage. I think that gives the opposition an advantage. So I'd just say play your own game, no matter who you're against, because you are what you are. You are the player. So no, I never changed my game against him. And he was somebody that I looked up to, and in the end, last year I ended up playing alongside him for England. So yeah, it was a healthy competition. Good
stuff. We've got 5 minutes left, so we'll get through the next two nice and quick, which will be good. But we've got Frankie Craven first. Is he there? Frankie, you there?
Hello?
There he is.
Oh, is there anyone who's been better than you?
No, actually, I'm the best player in the world, actually. No, of course, there's so many players that are better than me. I think growing up though, I used to think a lot of players were better than me when they actually weren't, but my parents would always say you're better than me, because I think I had a lot of self-doubt when I was younger. And it turns out, that I ended up being better than these players, but no, there's so many players better than me, honestly.
Cool. The last one's Charlie Smith.
How did you keep a healthy diet and stay fit?
A healthy diet and stay fit. You just got to eat well. I think it's one thing having all the talent and all of the natural skill, but it's a complete other thing. I think off the pitch, I think the game's played a lot with your mind rather than your actual feet. So if you want to go and have a cheat day 3 times a week, then I don't believe that you'll make it to the top. I think you need to be think you need to be a professional always, and that comes in your diet, that comes in your lifestyle. I think that's a huge part of football and a huge part of you getting to where you want to go in the football world. And I'm not saying, that I eat that I eat so healthy, because everybody has their little snacks. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you need to dedicate yourself. You need to dedicate your life, especially when you get older. You need to really start turning into a professional in order to reach the potential that you have, and to get to where you want to go.
Oh, cheers for that, Dan. Hopefully this chat with Dan has give everyone a bit of a lift and reminds you, to get back on track, and the hard work starts again Tuesday. And hopefully it's inspired you, because Dan's got to where he wants to be. As he said before, he wants to do more. He's not settling where he's at the moment, but he's definitely one for all the academy lads to look up to. So thanks for that. Thanks for the 5 lads who asked the question. Sorry I couldn't ask everybody's question, or we'd have kind of been here all night, but thanks for everyone for sending them in anyway. And most importantly, thanks to you, Dan, for taking up your time and giving such great answers.
No, thank you. And thank you to all the boys. It's my pleasure. And like I said, it was surreal to see you all recreating the goal. So I'm very, very appreciative and very grateful. And yeah, I'd say just be a sponge. My last little piece of advice is to just be a sponge and soak in all of the advice that the incredible staff at Rochdale teach you all, because it's special. It's a special club. So I wish you all nothing but the best, and hope to see you all successful in the future. Thank you very much.